In this video, we're going to be checking out the Motorola Moto G Stylus. We're going to be going over the specifications of the device, doing a hands-on tour of it, and then finally taking a look at everything that does come included in the box. So this is the Moto G Stylus. You can see that the phone does have a very large display at 6.4 inches. The display itself is IPS LCD. It is a 1080p display. It features a PPI of 399, a 19:9 aspect ratio, and an 83.7% screen-to-body ratio. So overall, very small bezels, a very immersive experience here when looking at the display, so I'm certainly a big fan of that. Now you can see up top here, we do have a hole punch for the front-facing camera, and that front-facing camera is 16 megapixels. Now internally here with the phone, we're getting 128 gigabytes of storage and micro SD card expansion. So 128 gigs is already quite a bit as it is. By putting in a micro SD card, you're really able to take things to the next level. Now with this device, we do have a fingerprint sensor on the back. We'll give that a try. Very quick there, so nice, fast, responsive fingerprint sensor with the phone. Now you can see on the back side of the device, we do have a triple camera setup. So we have a 48 megapixel main camera, a 16 megapixel ultra wide angle camera. However, it's only for video. That is one limitation. And we have a 2 megapixel macro camera. Now here's things through the front facing camera. You can see there I am. We'll flip over to the rear camera. And this is how things look with the standard 48 megapixel camera. When you do get closer though, it does ask if you want to switch to macro. So we'll switch over to the macro camera and you can get even closer. Then going over to the other photo modes, you can see we have a bunch of different options, including macro right here as well. There's also spot color, which is pretty interesting too. Now, one of the limitations, like I mentioned a second ago, is that you can't take photos with the ultra wide angle camera. But Motorola does have a trick up their sleeve, and the ultra wide angle camera can actually take videos in a horizontal aspect, even if you hold the phone vertically. So that's a pretty awesome feature. They consider this their action camera. You're able to take very wide videos by using this mode. Now you do get portrait mode with both the front and rear cameras with this device. I know that nowadays portrait mode is very popular with many people. Internally, we're getting 4 gigabytes of RAM and the Qualcomm Snapdragon 665. So I'm really happy to see that we're getting 4 gigs of RAM here with the phone. That's quite a bit. And the Qualcomm Snapdragon 665 is a very powerful mid-range processor. Now this phone can take video at 4K with the rear and 1080p with the front. We're getting a large 4,000 milliamp hour internal battery with the phone. And finally, we're getting Android 10 here on the device. Now taking a closer look at the hardware, I already talked a lot about the front panel, but the phone is entirely built out of plastic minus the display, which is glass. Now that being said, it does feature a very high quality build to it. It feels very premium. And on the left side here of the device, we're getting the slot for the micro SD card and SIM card. Then on the right, we're getting the power button and volume button. Then on the top, we're getting the noise canceling microphone. And then on the bottom, we're getting the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, USB-C port for charging and data transfer. We're getting the microphone, we're getting the speaker, and we're getting the stylus. Now the stylus is definitely one of the signature features with this phone because it gives you the ability to not only write things like that, but you can also do drawings. And if you want to as well, you can use the stylus to just navigate around the phone. I am very happy that we are getting the stylus feature though. I think it really sets this phone apart from many others out there. Now here is the box that the phone does come in. We'll take a look and see what we get in here. We're getting some literature here. We're also getting a SIM card removal tool, which is very useful. We're getting a USB-C cable for charging and data transfer, and we're getting a USB wall adapter. So all the essentials are included here in the box, which is very fantastic. So this is my hands-on with the Moto G Stylus.